Alright, so what's happened here is I managed to put them back together perfectly fine. And then I started cleaning them using isopropyl alcohol. And I noticed that it started to absolutely fuck up the lens. I don't know why, but clearly that must be something to do with the chemical not working with the plastic. Luckily I didn't wipe the whole lens, I just wiped the top on both of them. So what I'm going to do to try and recover them is because I was going to tint them anyway, I'm going to mask off the clear bit. I will spray that gloss black, and then I'll remove it and I'll tint the whole light so that the middle gets tinted, and that should hopefully hide those cracks. So I'm going to start working on that, and hopefully that's going to fix this, otherwise I've just fucked up another set of taillights. Alright, so I've just cleaned them up properly using wax and grease remover, as I should have been fucking doing in the first place. And that hasn't ruined them. So yeah, tip number one is to not use isopropyl alcohol. Don't be an idiot like me. I don't know why I even decided to do that in the first place. I guess I thought it cleans glass well, I don't know. But yeah, so I've got these cracks in the top now as a result of the isopropyl alcohol. And what I'm going to do, as I said, is I'm going to mask off the black, spray the black areas gloss black, and then I'll tint the rest so that it tints the clear sections. And I think they're going to be recoverable, because on this one the cracks don't even go into the lens bit, and on this one they just start on, you can kind of see it, there's like one or two there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but there's one or two there, and there's a little bit of this funky hazy stuff going on there that you can barely see as well. Actually, to be honest, I can't see it now. It depends on, you can very barely see it, but anyway, once they're tinted I think you're not going to be able to see that at all. So yeah, so I'm just going to Scotch-Brite them now, and then I'm going to tint them, and I'll show you guys that as well. So I've just got my Scotch-Brite, and I've got this middle center piece as well, which I got to do this, which some person has painted matte black and done a really shit job of masking. So I'm going to try and get that off as easy as possible, maybe with paint thinners or wax and grease remover. We'll see how well that works. And then tint the middle bit. I don't think I'll do the black because I kind of like the idea of having the 300ZX logo still showing. But we'll see what this looks like underneath. It doesn't look like it's going to be cracked, but if it's cracked then I might just do the black paint on these as well. Let's see what happens. Hopefully this is just rubbish spray paint that I can just wipe right off. Yeah, sweet, looks like it should come off pretty easy. Good thing with these low quality paints, they usually just come right off. As you can see, it's already starting to come off. This panel actually looks mint underneath. I don't know why someone painted it, but whatever. Sweet, looks like this panel's mint. Got it for a real good deal too, because it was painted and the guy thought it was ruined. Actually perfect underneath. Well, you know, for a 20-year-old pot. Sweet, that worked out well. Right, so now I can start doing a Scotch-Brite. So with the Scotch-Brite, what you want to do is just scuff it to the point where it just takes the gloss off the top. So basically, just like that. It's just to give the paint something to stick to. So you just want to scuff it. Probably try to avoid scuffing the edges there. Actually, you might want to mask it first. Actually, I think I will do that with the tail lights. unless you're real careful. But yeah, you just want to do it to give the paint something to stick to, basically. Because if you spray the paint right on the, you know, the glossy plastic, it's gonna flake off pretty quick. So yeah, just want to do that. You can usually tell how much you've done it once. Like once you've done it, you know, scotched it down a bit, and then run your finger over it to remove the dust, and you'll see how shiny it looks, and that will give you a pretty good indication of how well it's been done. So just go over the whole light like that, basically, until it's not really glossy anymore. Let's try and get rid of any imperfections that you see, any surface stuff, because that's going to show through the paint, so you want to get rid of it now. I think a lot of people think that paint will hide stuff, but trust me, I tell you from experience, paint will accentuate it, not hide it. So you want to make sure that you get rid of whatever is there now. So basically you just want to do it like that, and then, you know, you can see how glossy it is once you do that. It shouldn't be glossy at all, it should be matte finish. You can see these scratches now, but you won't see them once you start putting the paint down, especially with the clear coat. It'll fill that all in. But if you're doing this with sandpaper, you want to do it for about 400 grit. If you do it with, I think I've gotten away with 320, but anything rougher than 320 and you're really asking for the scratches to show through, I mean, ideally you should probably go to like 600 just to be safe. Get rid of some of it. Sweet, sand done. The tail lights, same story, just take that gloss off. Still pretty annoyed about cracking it with isopropyl, but whatever, you learn, I guess. I've definitely learned my lesson. Alright, that's pretty much it. I'd say that'd be good to go. What I'm going to do now is I'll clean them, and then I'm going to mask off the bits so I can do the gloss black, and then I'm going to do the tint. So I'm going to do the gloss, I'm going to mask them off now, and then I'll do the painting tomorrow because it's late in the afternoon and I don't want it to get what's the word, too cold. So alright, it's one done. onto the other one. Fuck. Tell you what though, I'm really starting to get sick of these tail lights. Alright. And there we go, ready for painting. So tomorrow I will paint them and I'll make the rest of this video, but that's basically it. They're ready to go. So here's what the taillights look like at the point of just before painting them. You can see all the cracks in there and there. So let's see if I can restore these and actually make them look good despite all of that. We'll find out shortly. So the painting's done, and here's how they came out. I'm actually very happy with it. I think it came out really, really good. I'm just trying to show you. They look a bit darker, I think, in the video than they do in person. But basically, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to perfect them, because if you see from that angle, you can kind of see it. There's a few little bits in the paint that just happened because I was painting outside, and here you can kind of see where I masked off. There's a bit of a line there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wet sand these and then polish them. I'll show you doing that. And when that's done, these should basically look like glass. And then I'm going to put them on. So overall, I think these came out fantastic considering how cracked the lenses were. You can barely tell. Like this one pretty much looks perfect. You can just barely in this corner, you see you can make it out if you're getting close. Very light bit of the cracks in here. There's like that one piece, and where's it? I'm trying to find it. That one piece there, and that's pretty much it. A little bit there, but honestly, if you stand back like 1-2 steps, you can't even tell. So I mean, considering what I was working with, I think these came out really well. So let me wet sand them, polish them, and then I'll chuck them on the car, see what they look like. Oh. And there we have it. The sanding and polishing is done. As you can see, they look fucking amazing. No, but seriously, it came out really good. Unfortunately, the battery on my drill ran out as I was doing this middle section, so you can still kind of see some very light scratches. To be honest, you can't actually, unless you're like right up there. But these will probably need a polish soon enough since it's fresh paint anyway. But it's almost impossible to believe that these lights were the cracked ones. Seriously, you'd never ever know. They look I'm actually really happy with the result here. As you can see how glossy that is. That is actually what they look like in person. So yeah, you can kind of make out that crack there. Yeah, you can barely see it, but there it is, there in the middle, and a couple of, you're going to see a few of the bits there as well. But honestly, compared to what I started with, shit, man. Anyway, I'm going to go install these on the car, and I'll show you what they look like once they're on there, but I'm really excited now to see what they're going to look like. And there they are, installed. I'm super happy with them. I think it makes the car look so much better. Check that out. Fuck yeah. Anyway, and like I said, as you can see, you would never know that they were the ones that were all cracked. I'm really happy and actually surprised how good they came out. But anyway, they look real good. What I'll probably end up doing though is getting when I find a nice set for sale, I'll get a nice set and redo them like this so that they're perfect. But honestly, for now, I think this is perfectly fine. So yeah, there we have it. I can't believe how well this turned out, but there you go. So hope you guys enjoyed.